Hello, Sailor Moon fans! How are you guys doing? So today on AbbySays, we're going to be talking about the second stage of the Sailor Moon musicals, or SERA MYU. Now, in Japan, I know that they separate the Myus differently than we do in Western cultures. I think the second stage in Japan, as far as they're concerned, is, I don't know, from the beginning of the musicals I'm going to talk about today, so the beginning of Fumina, but like all the way past Miyuki into Marina, I'm pretty sure. But over here in Western cultures, we separate it by who played Sailor Moon, and that just kind of makes my life easier. That's going to make it easier to vlog about. So by second stage of SERA MYU, I'm talking the musicals that starred Fumina Hara as Sailor Moon. Just so we're all clear. Now I want to talk a little bit about Fumina first, because I don't like when I don't like things. I wish I liked everything, but you just can't. Fumina, I really didn't like her portrayal of Usagi. I just felt like it wasn't very Usagi, if that makes sense. She was kind of flat as an actress, in my opinion. Whenever she was scared or frightened or whatever, her eyes would get really big, but that'd be it. There'd be like no emotion, like there's nobody home. She's kind of vacant. And Usagi is someone who is so highly emotional that it was really, really apparent to me that she wasn't doing what I thought was a good job. Unfortunately, I didn't think Fumina was a particularly good singer either. Sorry. She always felt to me like she was a little bit flat, like a little bit like just under the notes. And then that coupled with her like lack of emotion, in my opinion, sort of made everything feel just sort of blah, you know? And I really didn't like that. So I really don't think Fumina was particularly good choice for Usagi. Especially just coming off of Anza's musicals, because every note that Anza sings and every syllable and every word, every dance move even, is like overflowing with emotion when it comes to Anza. And then so for Fumina to be so different, it was just a really like jarring change. Sorry. So the first musical in Fumina's set, she only has two. The first musical is sort of, I'm glad that everybody sort of agrees on this. That's kind of like the bootleg version of Eternal Legend, which is the last musical from the first stage. What they sort of did with this musical was they took the Starlight and Kaku out of the Eternal Legend storyline and put the Amazon Trio in. I will be the first person to always want the Amazon Trio around. You know, I love them, and I love the whole Dead Moon Circus arc, but they had no place in this storyline as far as I'm concerned. It just made it too much, you know? There was too much going on. It felt like Sailor Moon was trying to reference itself too much, because you have the Amazon Trio who's looking for dreams so they can become human, working for Queen Beryl who wants Endymion because she loves him, who's working for Galexia who wants all the starseeds. You know, it was like almost like a Sailor Moon sensory overload. It needed that sort of, this is the plot line and this is what we're doing, and that's what would have made it really, really good, like Eternal Legend was. It sort of was a big mess. The other unfortunate thing about this musical was that I don't think it was very well done musically. Sorry. A lot of the singers in it, I felt like they weren't up to their full potential. There was a lot of like almost cringeworthy moments, and I was like, I'm not enjoying this. To me, this musical was carried through by the actors that were still left over from the first stage. So you have Yuta, who came back as Endymion. I love Yuta so much. And then you have Hikari, who came back as Hawkeye. And then you have Yuri, who was Queen Beryl again, who is perfect as Queen Beryl. She is Queen Beryl. I love her. So those three to me were the ones that really helped keep this musical together, but even still, it wasn't a very good musical in my opinion. Sorry. See Eternal Legend, don't bother with this one, just leave it. Now you should see the second musical in the second stage, because it is the first of the musicals that is an entirely unique plot. So you're gonna watch the anime, and you're gonna read the manga, and you're not gonna find this story anywhere. I'm gonna try really hard not to give anything in the plot away in case you haven't seen it, because I know that the musicals aren't as sort of widely spread or as popular as, say, the anime is. And I really think that's just because there's so many of them that it's kind of daunting to start, but watch them anyway. So, like I said, I'm going to try not to give anything away. I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite things in this musical. The guy that plays Lord Plasman, I think that's his name, he has an amazing voice. He is a really talented singer, and as ridiculous as that costume is and that makeup is, he does an amazing job, and I was really happy every time he came out. I love Yuta in this musical, especially. He returns as Andy Myung. I won't tell you what happens, but there's a particularly adorable moment with him in a lavender suit and a pink frilly apron that stole my heart in the musical. It was my favorite scene. But then also we get Space Knight in this musical, which is something that I had never even heard of before I had seen this musical myself. I've been on the internet looking at Sailor Moon stuff for years, and I didn't even know this existed. I love Space Knight. Space Knight is amazing. I Do Justice is like one of the best Sailor Moon songs because it's ridiculous and awesome at the same time. And also Space Knight is like the most perfect character for Yuta ever, because it's like a Power Ranger and Tuxedo Mask's love child. It is Yuta. Amazing. I wish we got more of Space Knight than we do just like this one thing here. Something else that was really fun about this musical, the Kaguya Island musical, I don't even know if I've even said that yet, but something that was interesting was we got to see Hikari Ono as like a main character. Up until now, she's always been sort of the second in command, as I say. You know, she was Taki, she was in Seiya, she was Hawkeye, she was in Tiger's Eye, and so this time she is the head of her own little section of the story, and she has a couple songs that she sings by herself, and there's this moment where she like cuts her ponytail off, and I was like, yeah, you get it, Mulan, you got it. And it was just really nice to actually like really get to see her shine, because I really like her, and especially after this musical, like, I think she's very talented, and she's very pretty, and I was very happy to see her finally get to do something. So overall, I'm kind of keeping the stuff about that second musical brief because I don't want to give anything away, but definitely go see it. I think it's called The Legend of Kaguya Island. You need to see that one because it's totally unique, right? So don't bother with the first one, the fake Eternal Legend, as far as I'm concerned. It's like the bootleg Eternal Legend. But see the second one because it's good and it's, you know, unique and it's very interesting. And it's definitely better sung and better performed than the first one in Fumina's set. I'm still not a fan of Fumina in that musical, but it's better. And that's kind of all I have to say this week. That was really short. I am sorry. Ugh. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe on YouTube. And you follow me on Tumblr, exosailormars.tumblr.com. And if you have any questions or ideas for future vlogs would be extremely helpful, believe me. You can either comment them below or you can send them to me on Tumblr at exosailormars.tumblr.com/ask, I suppose. And I will see you guys next week. Bye bye!